Yes. Mr. Roy said he's going to adjust my credential to sign in, but till now I've not had any result.
When like that, you need to pin in the WhatsApp group. But he's the
I
only
didn't
one.
get you.
Yeah, I'm saying that you need to pin in the WhatsApp group because he's the one man managing access.
Okay, okay, okay.
Mhm. Any issue regarding what we did last week, or all is clear? Okay, so today we are going to discuss about call it file permission and ownership. Okay, it's true that in Linux we are having each user here is having his own subdirectory. Okay, his home directory or own space. But let's say that you want to give access, for example, to someone to view a file inside your home directory. Because by default, all files that you created on your own home directory, no one can go ahead and read what's inside it unless you give him access. So today we are going to understand file permission and also discuss about ownership and also file search. How can we search a file? For example, in Windows, it's easy because you are having there an interface. But in Linux, let's say that you are working in an environment where there is multiple file and directory, but you are searching for a specific file name. Okay, so we are going to do that today. So Linux file permission, sorry, is a permissioned. That means Linux use permissioned system to control who can read, write, or execute file or directory. Okay. Who can read, write, and execute a file. Read means what? Someone who can view a file, the content, as you did last time. Write means what? Someone who can edit a file, like writing something in a file. And execute means what? Let's say you're having a script on our application. You need to execute it. Okay? It can be a file or a directory. But now, each file has now three types of permission group. Okay? We are having what? The first one, the user, also called the U. We are having the group, also the group, sorry, having the group with small g, and we are having others. Others means any user, okay? Others mean any user, and we are having others, okay? That means that each of these user or each of these can have a permission of read, okay? Can have a permission of each of these can have a permission of read with the letter small a, a permission of write, small w, and a permission of execute, small x. Okay? We good? We good so far?
Yes.
Okay. Now, let me connect to show you an example. So, I'll erase this, or let me leave this even and open a new git bash windows. So I should show you something. I hope you are seeing well my text.
Good for me.
Okay, good.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Now I want now to log in now to show you something. SSH, but I don't want to erase what's up there. SSH, my user is Linux. Paste the IP address. Okay, good. I'm in. LS. Let's say now, for example, if I type, for example, remember ls to c -l, long format, display me information. You are seeing here, you are having what here? Read write. Okay? You are having a read write, you are having the read write again and the read. Now, what's the meaning now of each line? Because each line here represents a this it represents this format. The first dash here is the user, the second one is the group, and the last one is others. That means that what? The user have a
Why is
read
the
by. Yeah,
why is the first dash?
this is it.
Not the
No, no, don't calculate this one. Before,
okay.
yeah, we are having here two only. This is here. This for the file. Okay? This for the file. We are for now inside the file. We are not here. We are in directory, we are in the file. Okay? We good?
Okay.
As I was saying,
Yeah, we're good.
okay. As I was saying, this you are here in a file. A file is different from a directory. Okay? The file is different from a directory. I will explain you for the directory now later. Let me first of all finish first with the file. After we go through now directory. Now, for a directory you are seeing say separate dash dash dash. Okay? Oh, where's my mouse? Sorry, your mouse was misbehaving. The first dash, as you are seeing here, is for the user. That means the user is having a read write permission on this file. And our user here is who? Is Linux. And also, by default, when you create a file or a directory inside a file directory on Linux, okay, the same user and the group will have the same name. That means that Linux and group Linux is by default. That means that when you create a file or a directory in Linux, the user and the group will be the same name automatically. Okay? The user and the group will be the same name on each file and directory that you create. Okay? We good?
Okay.
Good. Let me proceed. I was here. The user is having a read-write permission. The group, the same, because the group automatically create after you create a user. And now the others is having what? A read permission. Read only for others. We good? Now, the data I show you this command ls-l was a command to differentiate whether how to identify a file and directory. And we learned that a directory is having a D at the end, whereas a file name is having a dash. Okay? We remember that. Okay? Why you are seeing dash
Okay.
here is because it's a file. For example, touch file again. ls-l. Let me clear the screen. ls-l. You see? The directory starts with a D and the file starts with a dash. Okay?
Yes.
Good. Now for a directory, since you are only allowed to have what? To have three permission. That's the read, write, execute. That means that the user is having what here? Read, write, execute. The group is having what? Read, write, execute. And the others is having what? Okay? Write and execute. Okay? Others means any other user. Okay? The user, that means, yeah, user is also called who? The owner. The person who created the file is the owner. It's also called the owner. Okay? Read write. You are only allowed to have three permission on a directory or a file. Only. Okay? Only display three set of permission, not more than three. Since you are only having write, read, and execute. That means that the user is having the full permission, the group full permission, but the others is having who? Only read and execute. We good?
Yes.
Okay.
R is for others. The
Yeah,
last one.
yeah,
R is for
others,
others.
others,
Just just others.
yeah, others, three. As I'm saying, three. You are
Okay.
going from user, group, and others. Okay, we good?
Yes. So the first one, the first three letters is for user.
Mm-hmm.
The second group is for
Group. The second one is for group,
group.
and the
Yeah.
last one is others.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And the X is for execute.
Mm-hmm.
After the dash, the last one, the last letter.
Yeah. This one is for others. Just know that. What is this? Just know that since by default, each type of user is only having three type of permission. That means that the last one will be automatically for the other user, automatically. Okay?
Okay.
Because you are only having three permission, not four.
Yes.
That means that user read, write, execute is already full. Others here execute already full. That means that the last one is for who? I mean the group is already full. That means that the last one is for who? Others. Okay? Automatically. Now, I'm showing you how you can view this permission with the command ls-l. Okay? That means that you can see the owner, you can see the group, you can see even the file size, the month, the date, and the time it was created. By putting ls-lh, for those who remember, h means human readable. By this now, you can see that this is 4K, 4 kilobyte, 35. Okay? You can see the month, the date, and the time it was created. You can also view the user and the group, okay? And the type of permission. We good?
Okay.
We good, guys. Can I continue?
Yes, good.
Okay. Now let me proceed. Where are we? Okay. Let me clear my screen. ls-lh. Now we are seeing now this permission. Now the question is, how can now we change permission? Okay. How can this permission now be changed? Change the file permission. The command is called chmod. Let me go on the last line. Chmod. We are now on command. The command is who? It is chmod. Okay? The command is chmod. Chmod means change what? Change mode. Chmod means change mode. Okay? Good. But with chmod, I will show you some calculation. Instead of writing like I'll show you, I mean, the easiest step to change the permission. For example, read. Okay? Let me go. Oh, I cannot go back up. Not the permission, not the problem. For example, R, that is read, is having a number of 4. Okay? W, that is write, is having a number of 3. And X, that is execute, is having a number of 1. That means that if you want to give a user full permission, you give him what? The value 7. That is, no, the value, the value 7, it will be 421, sorry. It will be 421. You will give him the value what? You will give him the value 7. That is what? 4 plus 2, 4 plus 1, that is 7. Okay? We good? That means that if
Yes.
you want to assign a user, a group, or others a permission, you need to give him the value 7. That means the sum of all the permission, that is 4 plus 2 plus 1, that is equals to 7. We good? Okay.
Yes.
Now, let's now say that we want to put this one. We want to change the permission, for example, of this file. Okay? We want to give this file, we want to give the owner, that only the owner should have access to it. Only the owner should have access to this file. Okay? Only the owner. So I will do what? I will type chmod. Chmod is an administrative command. So you need to put sudo behind the command. Okay? Sudo chmod. Then the permission, I will put 7. Then I will put 00. Why 00? Because what? You're having 3 groups. You're having the user, 3 set, I mean, the user, the group, and the others. By doing it, you're saying that you give full permission to the user, but you give no permission to who? The group and others by putting 00. Okay? 7 means what? 4 plus 2 plus 1. But you are giving full permission to the user, but the others, you are giving them no permission to this file. Okay? Then the file name, that will be file. Enter. My password. Okay. Remember the syntax. You will see now here, for the group and others, it will be empty because I assign him no permission. Okay? For the file. I type again ls-lh. You see? It's empty. Okay? This is it here. It's empty. Because what? I only give access to the owner. That means that other users cannot read this file, or even group of users cannot even modify the file again. It's only to the user. That means the owner of the file. We good?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
The
good.
same good. The same thing. You can play with the numbers. Let's say that. Sorry. Let's say that by doing this, you do what? Let's say that now. Now, this one was permission. For example, let's play that. For example, uh, let me try to do something. Uh, to demonstrate you it. Okay. For example, we are here. For example, Linux practice. Okay. Good. Uh, remember, we do this. Remember, okay. Who is in front of his computer, please?
I'm here.
Okay. Can you please put in the WhatsApp group or can you inbox me uh, your username, the server, and the password?
Uh, uh, in the group, inbox.
Inbox me.
I'll copy my sent to you.
Just give me your username. That you see on the server with the password.
Okay. The IP address or just username?
No, username.
Okay.
Let's say that now
Mm.
mkd. Okay, I will create this directory called Olivier. Now let me first create a file to show you something.
I
Touch,
send my.
okay, Olivier, ls-lh. Good, this is Olivier here. Even though I put the name Olivier, but the user is Linux and the one who created it. Okay, the file. And Olivier is having a permission of what? That means others. I'm saying others because others can be Nelson, it can be Olivier, or it can be whomever. Okay, that's why I'm saying Olivier. Others means any user in the server. That means that others is only having a permission to read. That means that Olivier can only read the file. Let me put something inside the file. I will show you something. Vim Olivier. I will put here, I love Linux. That means that if I log in with the account of Olivier, Olivier should be able, okay, to read the directory. But he cannot do what? Edit it. That means write. Because others is only having the permission to do what? Only having the permission to read, but not write on it. Now let me exit. Let me log in with Olivier account. Okay. Your is your user is
Yes.
your password with capital O, small o. I mean your username is what?
Oh,
Capital O,
small.
small o. Eh?
The password,
The username is what? Small O or capital O?
Olivier. Small.
Yes. Okay. So everything small, same for the password.
Yes.
Okay. Arrobas. Let me copy now the IP address. Good. I'm not logging now with Olivier account. Okay. Now I want Olivier account to access my home directory and start and read the file called Olivier. So the command will be sudo, okay? Since the home directory is a file system, you need to put sudo, okay? ls slash, let me first ls slash this. We said that this line is similar to the beginner, is similar to the C drive of Linux of Windows. But with Linux, the beginner is a forward slash ls this. Oh, why didn't it give you access to the sudo file? How? Okay, let me correct this. I will log in with my account first. I was supposed to give you access to the sudo file. That means that I need you to do the same for the others if you want to work the assignment. Okay. Anyway, just pin me in another group your username and I will do the same. Okay? Just write your username on the WhatsApp group so as for me to give you access to the sudo group. Because if you don't have access to the sudo group, you'll not be able to type sudo command. Okay?
Me?
Please drop in the WhatsApp group your username so as for me to add you in the sudo group.
Recording in progress.
You get me?
Yeah, I sent mine already.
Yeah, so I saw that. Okay. Let me do first for Olivier. Because if you're not there, you will not be able to work the assignment. Okay. Olivier is good. Now,
What is the AG slash not slash command AG sudo?
yeah. AG means append to the group sudo. Which
Okay,
user?
okay.
User on the end. Nelson,
Okay.
where is yours?
My account is not working yet, so Mr. Royce is going to adjust that.
Okay. That's it. Good. Please make sure to get in touch with him. You can call him after the class. Okay. Now I'll now exit now and go back now and log in.
Okay.
And log in now to with the account of Olivier.
So what do you do?
Yeah, what I do is that let me explain. There's something called a sudo group. Sudo means that you give you permission to type administrative command. Okay. By doing
Okay,
that, every person in that group have the possibility to type administrative command.
okay,
Okay. That's why when I first try, it first failed. Sudo ls, this command failed. Now you should now work. You see? Good. So this is what we need to access. The home directory. Because at the beginning we said that what? The home directory is where you store all users of this server. Okay? So I'll simply put here what? CD to change directory slash home. Alright? Enter. What is this? Saying what? CD is a shell bin command. It's not command file. What the meaning of command file? CD slash home. Okay. We are there. ls. Good. You are seeing. Okay. These are all users here on the server. But my user is who Linux. So I will cd in Linux. Alright. Let me put sudo. Let me try to ls to view the permission. ls-l. Okay. Good. Yeah, I'm seeing. You're seeing here. Other user is what? Is block. Okay? That means that by this user is what? Is block. There is no permission for who? For other user. That means that Olivier cannot access this directory because it is blocked. You are seeing already an example for it. Okay? But now, for me to change it, I need now to sudo -i to change to root user. The root user is the super user here. And is not advised to work as a super user. Okay? Sudo -i. Then I can now go back now, cd. When you're always in super user, no need to type sudo, no need. But it's not advised to work as super user. Just because I want to demonstrate you something. Okay? cd, for example, Linux. No, cd home. cd/home. Okay? ls, cd, Linux. You see? No sudo, ls. Okay? Then what I will do is what? I'll go back, beginning. I will give permission. I will do what? I will do chmod. I will give 7 to user. I will give back the 1. Execute to group. Okay? It's 1. Alright? Because it's only execute here, so it is 1. Okay? Sorry. No, it's read write. Read write. So it is uh 1 plus 4. So it's 5. 5. Okay? And I will give now 1 to others. To which directory? To slash home Linux. Okay? If I do again, cd slash home ls-lh, you are seeing now that what? On Linux. Oh, I was supposed to give here not 1. You see, but you see that of Linux, I give 1, it give only the execute. I was supposed to give again, I was supposed to give 4 plus 1, I was supposed to give 5. 5 also, not 1. I see a difference. So let me again chmod it, cd. Let me chmod again, cd. Oh, connection issue. I go back to the beginning. ls is chmod, sorry. I'll just recall my command. I put here 5. I go back again to cd-rom, ls-lh. You see now, read write. Okay, on Linux. Good. We good so far. We first see that when I was Olivier user, I was unable to access my directory Linux. Because what? Because on others, that is you guys, that is any other person, there was 0 permission. But now, I decided now to log in as root user, who is a super user in Linux. He can do everything without sudo command. Okay? To change the permission that I let others have access to my directory, but only the read permission. Okay? Good. That means that I'll now exit the root user and go back now to Olivier. That means that on ls, if I cd, for example, Nelson, deny. But if I cd Linux, it's working. Because what? Because I give permission now to other users to access Linux, but he can only read. Now, ls, we create a file called Olivier for this. Olivier can cut Olivier. It will work. Okay? It will work. But can Olivier edit the file? Let me type vim Olivier. Okay? You see? Look at here in red. Warning. Olivier cannot edit the file. Why can he not edit the file? Let me quit. Why can Olivier edit the file? If I type ls-lh, because what? Because other users on this directory on the Linux directory, that was my directory, I put there what? I put the read only. Thereby making what? Other users like Olivier or Nelson, they cannot edit this file. They can only read the file. Okay? Okay? We good?
Okay.
Okay? Because of this permission, Olivier cannot edit the file called Olivier in my home directory. So for me to resolve this issue, I need to log in back to my account and put there now read write permission and log in back to Olivier, and you see that it will work. Okay? Let me now exit Linux. Okay? ls Olivier is what? Sudo change mode. Good. I'll put what? I'll put 7 for me, the owner. Okay? I'll put 4. Not 4. I'll put 5. No, we want the guy to read and execute. So I'll put 6. That means that others can read and write. That means group can read and write 4 plus 2. And others can also read and write. Right? Now the file is Olivier. Enter. If I now ls-lh, okay, you are now having here read write for others. Okay, good. Now I will exit this user. I will log in again back to Olivier. Oh, let me write again. Good. I'll now cd/home, cd Linux, okay, ls, that's Olivier. I can now vim Olivier. You see, there is no error, no more error. Olivier can now vim without any issue. Okay, we good. But ls -lh. But Olivier cannot edit Linux practice. He can do that. If I type vim Linux practice, what's even this file? It's even the correct file. Let me quit first. LSLH. He can only read, oh, it was Linux practice. Linux practice, I was like confused, man. Linux practice.txt. Okay. You see? He can do that. Because what? Exit. Because what? The permission is only read. On this practice is it? It's only read. It's not read, write. We good?
Yeah.
We good?
Yeah. See.
Okay. Now, there's another thing called what is it? There's another, how they call it, another command that will teach you. Here we are working with changing file permission, but you can also change file ownership, because each file or folder is having what, a owner and a group. This is it here. This is the owner and this is the group. Okay? And you may need to change the ownership after copying a file or assigning a team role. Okay? And to view ownership, the command is ls-lh. The first part here is the user, the second part is the group. And by default, I said by default, the ownership is having, the group name is having the same name of the owner by default. But now, by changing the ownership, I can assign this file, instead of changing permission, I can assign the ownership of this file to Olivier. Hmm? Okay? For example, let's say that sudo I will log in as root user, because when a root user creates a file, the user is a root, is not anybody here. cd/home. Okay? cd Linux mkd chris.txt ls hyphen lh. You're seeing here, the owner is who? The root. The root, I mean. But my question is, since it belongs to the root, okay, that means that what? With the root user, other can read and execute the group, and also other can read and execute. Okay? Other is user first, the group read and execute, and other can read and execute. That means that, let me exit from use user. That means that what? That means that Olivier, ls, the file here, called chris.tsc. That means that Olivier can read it, but cannot edit it. Okay? If I vim, for now it's empty, I need to put something there. If I vim Chris, was it a file directory? Let me, did I create a file directory? Don't recall. Let me type ls. Oh, it was a directory, Let me go back and sudo-i again. Sorry. Let me type cd/home, cd Linux, and now tosh chris tosh test.txt. Let me put something like it. Let me type echo. Don't ask me what this is. I love Linux. I redirect it in test. Okay. If I now type cat test.txt, I'm having now I love Linux. Okay. So the I love Linux, the test file is having a command call, it's having a line called I love Linux. But the test file belong for now to who? To the root user. And the group can only read and execute, and others can read and execute. Now, let me log in back now as Olivier. That means that Olivier can read the file cat test.txt, but Olivier cannot write in the file vim test.txt. You see, read only file. Now, since the file belongs to the root, I want now that to change the ownership and assign it to the user called Olivier. But to change it, look at sudo, it will be sudo chmod. No, it's not chmod. Here will be sudo chown. That means change ownership. Sudo own. Okay? Sudo own. Then I'll put what here? I'll put Olivier as the user, as the owner, and two dot Olivier as the group. To respect what? This syntax. And then at the end is what? The file name of directory name I want to change the ownership. Test.txt. Enter. ls-lh. Now, where is it? This is it here. Now test that was belonging to root now belongs to Olivier. Okay? That means that Olivier can now do what? He can now write inside the file. Okay? Because he's the user, the owner of that file. Now, vim test. Okay? You see? I love it. Okay? Not working. Cat test. This is it. We good? We good?
Yes.
We good, guys.
Now, my question is, what the dollar sign is for?
Where? No,
You say Linux.
dollar sign means that you are logging as a regular user.
Okay, regular user.
Yeah, but the hashtag means that you are logging as it. For hashtag means the root user.
Okay. Okay.
We good?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, let's finish with this. Now, how can now we find, search and find file? Okay. How can we search now and find files in Linux? For example, I want to search for a file called test.txt because I know the name. Okay. I can simply type file, okay, hyphen name, and I put in double quote the file name. Should be in double quote. Enter. Oh, sorry, Olivier is in my account. Let me go back to Linux. Let me switch back to my account. Okay, so the command was fine, hyphen name, no, double quote. It was what? Let me paste it again. Test.txt. This is it. He find for me. Okay. that is the file. Okay? You want a simple command. Good. Now, let's say that now you want to do a search. This was a search by file name. You want now to do now a search. Sorry, let me put this syntax first for you to do something. You specify the home directory. Okay? By specifying this, it can show you the full path. Okay? To reach the file, to where the file is. That means that you can easily now copy it now and do the touch to edit it. Okay? By doing this, it shows the full path to reach the file. The title means what? The symbol is the same as what? Remember, I will say that the titles is the same as
So,
/home / your home directory. Same as /home /Linux is my home directory. Okay? Then enter. The same result. Okay? This show me the full path to reach the file or directory. Because with this, it doesn't give you any information. You will be like, okay, you find the file, but where the file located? How can I reach the file? By putting the title or the full name, it will give you the full path to reach the file with the cd command for a directory and the touch command or the vim command for a file. Okay? Oh, sorry, the vim command, because the touch command is used to create a new file. The vim command to edit the file. And the cd to change directory if you are searching for a directory. Okay? Good. Now, this was now searched by file name. Let's say I want to search now by type. Okay? Now I will do find. Let's say you're searching for a directory. Let's say that under, let me type find /tdl. Okay? Tdl hyphen type D. D stands for directory. Okay? It is showing you all directory. All directory. Yeah. Okay? But this command not really useful because you can cp type ls-lh. It will show you all three command. Okay? So for now, the file name should remain. File name is very important because you can easily search for a file or a directory. For a file name, I mean, let's not search now for by size, not really important. Let's now say that by size even. For example, I want you to, where is it? Find, let's say you want to find a file that is larger. That dot means that you start from the current working directory or the tdl. You put now the size. Let's say the size should be plus 10 megabyte. Okay, should be in capital M. There is no file that's greater than 10 megabyte, and that's true because all our file is in kilo. Okay, let's put now K. Should be capital K. Capital K. Is it capital K there? Good. You're having this file that is greater than kilo. It should be small letter, sorry. There are two files that is greater than 10 kilobyte. Okay? Any question?
To be honest, I'm losing since a long time. I'm losing since a long time now. So, but let's continue. I will check back for it.
Okay. Now, how can I, this was for a file. How can I now search now for a directory? The command will be find, specify the home directory. The type should be D, okay, for directory, and the name of what you want to search. Let's say I want to search for what directory? What directory are we having here so far? Okay, Linux practice. I want to search for Linux underscore practice. Okay, good. I will now enter. You see, this is it. You say, okay, to reach that, what is the full path to reach it. That means if I copy this and just type cd, then paste, I should be inside it. This is it. pwd to show me where I am. This is it. Okay, we good.
Too much information in one.
Yeah, this was the last command that we are seeing. The last command. So we view how to change file permission. We view how to change ownership. And we view how to find file name, and also how to find a directory. Okay. I gave you an exercise that you need to practice. This is it. That means that they are saying that the scenario is that you are managing a Linux server from scratch. Okay. And you want to organize user files securely and find important file and directory. Now, the task is to do what? In your home directory, you will create a directory called project underscore beta. If you separate it, you will create two directory. Okay? If you separate it, you will create two directory. And now let's say now inside now project directory, you need to create now three files called alpha, beta, and gamma.txt. Now, view their default permission and ownership using sudo command. Do the command, how can you view the file ownership and permission? Now you see they will change the permission now of the alpha. That means that alpha.txt so should only alpha.txt only should only so only the owner can read and write it. Okay? That means that in your command you need to make sure that only the owner in alpha.txt only the owner can read and write it. The other one is on your own, but only the owner can read and write it. Better. Everyone can read it, but only the owner can write it. Okay? Gamma. It should only be executable by the owner. Now, create now a new user on the system. I've already give you access to the sudo. This part is done. That means that everybody here can create a new user and log into the user. Okay? Everybody here can create a user and log in with the user. You will create a user in the system as I did with Olivier. But here you will create a user that you will need to manage as I was doing with Olivier account. So you will be playing the same type of game that I was playing with Olivier my account. So you create a user and you change the ownership of beta.txt to the user you created. That means that this directory now should now own, as I did with my home directory. The owner now should now be the new user and not your user. Now use now the search command to find all TSC files in your home directory. Search now for file bigger than 1 MB and search for all file modified today. Before that, let me show you this command. The last command. Thank you, the insights. Just remind me that. How can we search for a file that was modified today? Okay. For example, one we what? Find, the same syntax. Title, the type is what? F for file. And now the command should be mtime. Okay, -1. And for today. Okay. We good?
Ah,
Good. Let me continue. And now create now a .log file, use find to locate and delete it. Is what is there a .log file? And then the command should be this is it here. It should be .tosh .log. Okay. .txt. ls. It's not here. So where is it? For you, I'm not give you the answer. You use the find command to search it and delete it. Okay? Because dot means something. Remember, I told you that. Dot means what? Dot means that what? A hidden file. Dot stands for hidden file. Okay? Dot stands for hidden file. That's why ls command cannot view that. So you need to delete it. Sorry. Command. Okay, let me continue. Good, and that is it. Any question? Any question?
You want a question? You can uh, no, someone can ask a question if he didn't understand it well now. That's why. It's done for today.
Hmm?
Are we done for today or not?
Yes. So I provide the exercise on the group. So I was just explaining what
Yes.
was supposed to be done.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Do you guys know the command?
uh,
You guys know the command to create the user? I think Royce was doing that with you. So you should able, you were seeing how Royce was creating user and the password. the same syntax. Because on the exercise, you need to create a new user so as to change ownership, so as to play the game that I was doing with the two screen. Okay?
We need to know how to create a user.
Yeah, Horace was doing that with you. The command used to create a user. If you are viewing past recording.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. No, no.
Anyway, I cannot give you the answer.
We did not.
You
Okay,
you you
sir.
need you need to use your ChatGPT. It will help you. ChatGPT will help you.
Mr. I have a question, Mr. Dylan.
Yeah, go ahead.
They said Linux is free.
Linux is free.
With
Yeah,
the free,
open source. Mhm.
I was thinking that when you download it, you start working on it. But now, why is it that we have to buy access again?
Which access? Linux? Are you sure otherwise why we use otherwise like downloaded? Linux let's do that.
Now,
Yeah, hello?
yes, hello.
Yeah. You should not ask you that.
No, with the Git bash, why? I was thinking that I can just get in, start working, but now they
Oh,
have to create me account again. Why?
yeah, because for you guys to practice easily, we launch a server. This is a server initially. This is a server here on AWS. Okay, the system is free on its own. You can download it on your laptop. You work for free. This is the server here called Linux server. This is where you guys are. Your user is. The system is free, but we are paying each month because we are hosting it online on AWS. Okay, we are billed. Yeah, we are billed here per hour
Mm,
for this server. So that means each month AWS is sending on the bill for the
uh,
server. Okay, but the system on its own is working. It's free. You can use that like this one. You can go on Microsoft Store of your computer and type the Ubuntu on Linux. Type the Ubuntu or Linux and download it.
mm,
You see, me, I've already installed one. That means I can work locally on my computer. Or you can install this one, Kali Linux. You see, it's free. Free, free, free. It's free. Everything is free. This one is not Linux, this one is window. Free, free. I've seen everything is free. Okay? Yeah, we are not paying
okay,
for the system, we are paying for the server.
okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Good. Any other question? Okay. So I was saying that recording in like 30 minutes. the time for the video, the recording to convert first before uploading it. Okay, make sure you go do the assignment. As I was saying, you guys should start thinking like engineer. Now you're having now ChatGPT. That's why one that's why I say that you can go and ChatGPT can help you and with even detailed example in any language. You can put it in French if you want to understand it. You can put it in Japanese. It's up to you. But make sure that you understand what you are doing. Okay?
Okay.
Good.
But you know, the class today is already like Japanese.
Mhm.
You know, yes, yes.
Yeah, it just with practice that even me, I didn't learn Linux. Uh,
When you start you starting today, I was online, but after
mhm.
10 minutes, I was losing. So, but I will try to follow the recording and see. Yes, take my time to understand very well.
Mm,
If I
okay.
can, if I have
Okay.
some more trouble, I'll check back on you.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, I understand.
That's the bad class since we started.
Mm. No the problem, no the problem. Just keep practicing. The secret here just to
Okay,
practice and understand what you are doing.
yeah. Okay, thank
Just
you.
don't understand. Just type on site. Just like imitate what I'm doing. Okay, ls no. That's what ls command is doing. Ls command is used to view a directory. Period. Okay. Understand what's the purpose of the command before now doing. Make sure that you understand what you are doing before submitting an assignment. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Good. Very good.
Okay, so I have to left. I have to go to work.
Okay. Okay. Good. So guys, have a nice week. See you. And if you have any issue, drop on the WhatsApp group. Not wait the session to come up with your issue. If you are having issue regarding the system or what, but not talking about the assignment, talking about the system issue. If you have any issue about the system, just drop the message on the group and we make sure to jump into it. Not wait the session to start saying that you cannot access the server. Okay?
Okay.
Good. Okay.
Okay.
Have a nice week.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Same to you.
Mm.